Hey guys, what's going on? Back again with another zombies video, and for this one I want to discuss the upcoming 115 day that's going to be on January 15th, 2022, and it's about 10 days away from the time of recording this video. And if you're not familiar with it, it's pretty much the day that the zombie YouTubers and zombies community decided on celebrating 115 day because or celebrating zombies because 115 was the element in the original zombie story from Black Ops, I think World at War, Black Ops 1 and 2 and 3. And then eventually they ended up switching it to the Dark Ether and stuff like that. But if Treyarch, so I want to discuss if Treyarch or Call of Duty uh, is going to celebrate it this year. I know the way that the zombie YouTubers are treating Vanguard, that, and the entire game of Vanguard, as a matter of fact, they're treating it pretty poorly. So I wonder if it's going to be something that they're going to go over the top and celebrate. But not to put all the blame on the toxic zombie YouTubers, but we do know about COVID, and we do know that, Activision company itself is going through a lot of legal issues. So I don't know if it's something that they're going to want to celebrate this year. So the purpose of this is to maybe discuss what we think, or what I think might be coming for 115 if we'll get anything, or maybe the recommendations that we should probably get for 115 day. And again, just to kind of clarify it, 115, it's kind of celebrated by the day of the year, either January 15th or November 5th. However, like I said, January 15th is the day that we decided to celebrate like zombies in the game and in the story. However, I've mentioned before, and it kind of came after the fact anyways, so I guess at this point it's neither here or there, that January 15th is the day that we celebrated, but November 5th is its true canon date. It has to do with Samantha's birthday now, and then it had to do with some real life stuff and real life inspiration, which I'm not going to mention because I kind of thought it through after the fact. I'm like, oh, maybe that's something I probably shouldn't have brought up or even mentioned, because it's not a day that you actually want to celebrate. Um, but November 5th is a true canon date, but we decided to celebrate it because the game usually doesn't release till maybe, first or second week of November anyways. So it's going to be hard to celebrate it before the game's release. So January 15th, like I said, is probably the better date anyways, because the game's already out. It's been out for a couple months now, and the holidays are over. So with all that being said, I guess the next topic would be, what do we think we'll get, or what will we get, or what do we want to get? I'm going to start with what I think we should get. Like I said, what I think we will get. But like I said, there's a lot that's going on in the world, and for us to kind of ask or want or expect something extravagant is going to be pretty much, or a big pill to swallow. That, like, it's gonna be kind of tough for them to give us like this big elaborate celebration. I do want, or I think they will give us maybe like some double XP. Now I don't know off the top of my head, and I probably should have researched it, how many, what day of the week it is. It's probably going to depend on a lot of things. Also, I know today is January 4th. 7 days from now is the 11th, so that would be another Tuesday would be the 11th, and then 4 days after that, so it'd be probably like 12, 13, 14, maybe like a Friday or a Saturday. So double XP is probably going to work, and it's more than likely the minimum that we're going to get. It wouldn't be bad, or I think it would be kind of nice to, I would honestly keep everything in the game. Like I've tried to mention to some of the devs on Twitter, or maybe in previous videos, that it should be kept as a celebration for the zombies community, not necessarily zombie YouTubers, because, like I said, the zombie YouTubers are just kind of, just for like ad revenue and financial reasons, they're just kind of crapping all over the game. Anybody knows, if you grew up with a TV even decades ago, that any negative news generates more clicks and views, and um, than having like a positive news story. Anytime there's a positive news story, people just kind of like click off of it. But once it's like a horrible, negative, toxic story, people are just like enthralled, thinking it's like a movie. So I think that's kind of the route that obviously everybody knows that Vanguard is going down. That like the game's not bad, the mode's not bad, and I don't know. It's funny enough that I mentioned it. I don't know why. I'm using some old gameplay, so I must have been doing something um, that I'm just pretty much just standing there, which is kind of odd. But I'm just gonna keep going, keep going. But with all that being said, it's pretty interesting that we should probably or Treyarch should probably keep it within the game to celebrate more the zombie players, gamers, the zombies community, not necessarily toxic zombie YouTubers, because the toxic zombie YouTubers, they want new maps, they want like a whole, and it's the same thing that Modern Warfare went through. Modern Warfare being one of the most recent, more successful games, people were asking for like a complete overhaul of the game, which is kind of weird and like unnecessary. And it's the same thing that Vanguard unfortunately is going through, is that these toxic zombie YouTubers learned that I know I end up getting kicked from the game. So it's interesting to see where that's going. Okay, I remember getting kicked from the game, and I ended up rebooting. But, because yeah, the toxic zombie YouTubers, they learned that, it probably generates more money for them. And people have mentioned it. Some of them, I'll give credit, have mentioned that the mode Darren Fang is too difficult for them. So the next step is to just crap all over it, make it sound like the game's horrible. But in fact, it's the same thing that David Von der Haar went through with multiplayer in Black Ops 3 and 4, is that once you're a content creator, the unfortunate truth, and this is why jobs have certain criteria, have like you need a college degree, you need certain certificates, you need a couple college credits, is the unfortunate truth with being a content creator and a YouTuber is you don't need any skill at all. So what these unskilled zombie YouTubers have learned is that they're not skilled enough to play the game in the mode. So now, how are they going to generate money? They're going to generate money by making toxic, negative, hateful videos. So that, I think Treyarch is smart enough to not reward those type of people. So the best thing would be to kind of just make like a double XP, maybe a couple little rewards if you. And I've mentioned this to them. The best way to circumvent what the toxic zombie YouTubers are trying to do is to maybe reward the gamers and keep everything in game in the public lobbies, because I think, and I mentioned it before, is the game plays a lot better in public lobbies than it does in private lobbies. Even though myself, I play a lot of private lobbies, but I'm really good at the game and really good at zombies. Whereas zombie YouTubers, they're not really that skilled. Obviously, that you probably know them if you follow a lot of them on YouTube, is a lot of them aren't skilled, so they can't do private solo public lobbies. Once you get to maybe, I don't even know if it's been nerfed yet, but once you get to a certain round, maybe like round 8, it starts getting difficult. Maybe round 9, the zombies start sprinting at you. The other night I probably could have went to round 20, which I'm not saying that's like the high round or anything extravagant, but it just goes to show how bad some of the zombie YouTubers are, that you know, they can't really play the game because it gets pretty difficult pretty quickly. And like I said, I give some of them credit, but I'm not gonna name drop any names. But a lot of them did admit that it is too difficult for them when it gets to a certain level or certain round. And so with all that, the reason is that it should probably stay within the game, like have more rewarding to the public lobbies. I mentioned this to them. The best way I see to fix it is to have where play in a public lobby and complete like a certain amount of waves. It should be by waves, or kill a certain amount of zombies. And that's something they actually used to do. They used to do like get if the zombie community gets like 1,000,000 headshots, we get a reward or gun reward. That would be something really nice for them to do. Like I said, keep it within the game. Don't even add any new maps. Don't add any new, change anything, nerf anything, buff anything. The game is fine the way it is, for the casual player or the kind of like intermediate player, but the zombie YouTubers are just horrible at zombies. It's no big secret. It's not like I'm letting any secrets out and stuff like that. So it should be more rewarding to the players and the gamers, even though I know, actually, the the big misconception is zombie YouTubers will never say anything positive because it won't generate any money for them. People are just gonna click off the video. So even if they, and I mentioned before, even if they put Zombie Chronicles in Vanguard, or they add like 5 maps, people are always gonna put a negative spin on it. So it doesn't make any sense for them to do or waste the time doing that. Just do stuff that's more rewarding to the actual zombies community and the actual players. Give like community challenges, kill zombies, reach a certain amount of rounds, unlock some weapons, skins, double XP, would be nice. But I wouldn't go crazy and like add a whole new section to Duran Fang, or try and revamp it or overhaul it, because it's fine the way it is. Um, it's meant to grind, and that's what people asked for. They want going back to the roots, the original World at War zombies, where you're just killing zombies and stuff like that. It's funny that people want Nocturne Toten to return in round base when it's the smallest and most um the smallest and least amount to do in it. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. See you guys.